everyone. Welcome back to day 4 of the Goal Getter Groove Challenge. And today we're talking about your goals, setting some awesome goals for the rest of the year so that we can slide into 2021 feeling like the most brazen, audacious, badass versions of ourselves. Now, I am going to be focusing a lot of the examples and how you're going to structure this based on if you are a business owner or a side hustler, a contractor, you just a business owner of some kind. But you can still apply this to your personal life too. And so you can sort of rejigger it based on that, or your career as well. So over the next 2 months, a little less now, we've got about 8 weeks. And one of the things that I think is really important is for us to focus on more immediate term goals. A lot of times people will think about annual goals and 6-month goals and all the things they want to achieve. And that is nice to sort of have a vague idea of where you're going. That's why we touched on your vision, which if you haven't watched that video, go watch it so you can get an idea of how you can frame your vision for your life so then that your goals relate to it. So we really want to focus on more near-term goals. That's the first kind of rule when it comes to goal setting in my book. And a great book that you can actually check out about this is called The 12-Week Year. It has really been helpful to me as I do my own level of business planning. Here's the thing about the book. It is very dry. It's not like a great read necessarily. I wouldn't sort of put it on my best read of my life things, but I think the strategies and tactics and how they break down how you do goal setting, goal planning for your business or your life is really helpful. So go check out that book. But basically the premise of the book is that instead of thinking about annual goals, you think about 12-week goals. And instead of saying quarterly, we say 12 weeks because we want it to be like, okay, this 12-week period operates on its own. And if you think about quarters, you're like, oh, it's just one piece of a larger whole. And we want to get out of that mindset. We want to think, okay, the 12-week year, this is what I'm focusing on in this year. And the reason, there's a lot of reasons they go into the book about why that is. But if you look at sort of the normal cycle of most businesses, they have these sort of drops and peaks in not only productivity, but also their sales and when they're really churning out the results that they want for their business. So it's like beginning of the year, everybody's hyped, and so they're getting results, and then it kind of flags, goes down. And at the end of the quarter, there might be a little bit of a bump. And then mid-year, they're like, okay, I got to get serious. And then at the end of the year, that's when people really hit their goals and hit their marks. And so instead of thinking okay, the big year, let's just break the year up into the little years, 12-week years. We're going to do an 8-week year because that's all we got left. And so we're going to focus on what the goals you want to achieve by the end of the year, so that when you sort of do some goal setting for the first 12 weeks of 2021, you have a lot of forward momentum. You're feeling good. You feel like, okay, I've owned 2020 the best I can, and I have a good foundation and path forward. So I like to put my goals into sort of specific groupings, and I categorize them in 3 areas, especially when it comes to my business, but it also applies to personal life or maybe even career as well. So there are 3 core areas, and it's your reach, your revenue or income, and your impact. And so on a business level, your reach could be how many people have subscribed to your email list, how many followers you have, how many subscribers you have on YouTube, how many people are actually engaging with your content around the web, wherever you're posting. Those are the types of things when we think about reach. How many podcasts have you been a guest on? Whatever, how many collaborations, partnerships, all those things would be in that reach category. On a personal or career-wise, it could be how much networking you've been doing, how many informational interviews you've invited people for, any kind of collaborations you've pitched to other people in your industry. Those would all apply here for your reach. And then I think for personal life, your reach might be more of like your engagement with your family and your community? And are you cultivating those really great relationships with the people that matter the most to you? Are you doing the things in your life to attract the right people into your life? So a lot of different ways you could slice that one, but your reach, that's the one category. The next is your revenue or your income. And so these would be activities related to actually getting the sale or getting the promotion that has a salary increase with it, or launching a new product so that you can, increase your cart value for your company, opening up a new store if you're a retail business. There's a lot of different ways you can grow your revenue for sure, but that's the key driver there is like what actually closes the deal, makes the money, makes people put their credit card down and like buy the thing from you or give you the promotion or what have you. And then of course we have your impact. Now from a business perspective, it could be developing another program so that you can impact more people in a different way. If you have like an online business, it could be revamping a product or service that you already offer and improving it, making it better. There's a lot of different ways your impact, you could get your business organized. You could go from sticky notes to Asana, and that's a great way to like make you more efficient so you can impact more people and more companies and et cetera, et cetera. So impact is going to more of a catch-all, but just think of like, okay, how am I doing things better, both for myself, for my company, for my organization, et cetera. And, nonprofits, this is like kind of an easy one. It's like, how many people did we help with our various programs? How many organizations were we able to support or what have you? So reach, revenue, and impact. So those are the three areas I want you to focus your goal setting on. Now, normally in my Goal Getter Blueprint program, I have a whole system where I walk people through how to reverse engineer your goals. But basically, you want to think about that larger life vision you have for yourself. So let's say, just a generic example, let's say in 3 years, you want to have $1 million business, let's say. Well, before you can make $1 million, you need to make $1. And $10, et cetera, et cetera. So what would that look like if you reverse engineered $1 million down to the next 8 weeks? So if you are fresh, never started a company, never gotten paid outside of a traditional job before, the things you need to do to grow your reach, revenue, and impact as it relates to that kind of goal are going to be very different than somebody who's like, I'm making, $500,000 already, and how to scale to that next level are going to be a different set of goals. So I really want you to think about, if you want to get more followers on a specific social media account, if you want to grow your email list, all of these are different types of goals you could have for yourself, but you want to reverse engineer from like that bigger, grander goal. And we're going to get into action planning and key drivers in future videos and podcasts. But today I just want you to think about what are the most important goals for you right now in the next 8 weeks. And I want you to really drill in on those things. So it could be personal, like in an impact level, like your health and your wellness and your mental capacities, all those things might be really important for you. And so you want to really focus that as a goal. And you're going to decide, what is a goal I have for that area of my life? I want to lose a few pounds. I want to get a 6-pack. I don't know. I want to eat keto diet. I don't know, you do you, but like figure out something for yourself in that arena. And if it's a income goal, like maybe you need to learn a new skill in your industry so that you can be a more attractive candidate for future roles or get a promotion within your own company. So there's a lot of different things you can do for that reach, revenue, and impact. And I want you to figure out 3 to 5 tangible goals that you can establish for yourself for the next 8 weeks that you're going to focus on every single day. We're going to talk about that in a future video. But I want you to spend a few minutes today going, okay, what are my specific goals? I want you to do 3 to 5, no more. And I want them to fit in a category of reach, revenue, or impact. They can be for personal life, professional life. It's up to you. But I really want you to hone in on those specific goals that really, really matter to you. And they need to track back to the vision that you set for your life. And we did that in a few videos ago. So that's all for today. I want you to get down to business. if you want to check out this book, do that too, but just get in your notebook and start brainstorming some goals you could have, and then drill it down to those 3 to 5 core goals that we're going to focus on for the rest of 2020. All right, get to work. And if you're liking this series and you're hanging with me, I would love to know. So leave me a comment down below. Tag me over on Instagram. DM me. I'm the new Dorothy. I'd love to hear from you and see how the challenge is going for you so far. And I will see you tomorrow. Remember that every day you postpone a dream, you weaken it just a little. So get out there and make some magic happen. Cheers.